Hello everyone, thanks for joining our webinar today. My name is Muzaffar. As you may already know me, for new audience who just joined or who are seeing me for the first time, so I'm pleased to introduce. My name is Muzaffar and I'm head of business development at Canfield Law. We specialize in number of citizenship via investment program, and today mainly we specialize in the UK citizenship and residency via investment. Today I'm going to talk about we're going to concentrate on Malta's citizenship and residency by investment programs. And this is my brief background. I'm coming from banking and project financing experience, and worked in managing investment projects, working in the bank, and also joining Canfield's Law, joining Seed Mentors. I launched Sharia compliant the Seed Advantage SEIS fund in the UK, and I specialize in advising and having solid experience in startup business projects and assisting with the fundraising and in foreign direct investments. I also act as a consultant at Seed Mentors, is our startup company, funding company, startup investment company. And today we're gonna cover the following topics: why invest in Malta, important issues affecting international clients' decisions, the individual investor program, Malta Citizenship by Investment, and we'll cover the residency and a visa program. We have a Maltese residency by investment and the global residence program and the benefits of that. So about our firm, we based in London. Canfield's Law is a London-based solicitors law firm. As I said, we specialize in UK residency and citizenship program called Kingdom Plan, and today also we offer the second citizenship, and today we're going to talk about Malta, how we can obtain and assist you in obtaining this resident citizenship. Canfield's Law granted Lexcel Excellency Certificate and is a member of the Law Society, and work with one of the first and leading accredited agents for Maltese citizenship when it comes to Maltese program, and an official concessionaire for the Malta residence and visa program. Okay, so why invest in Malta? Well, when it comes to reasons for investing in Malta, one wouldn't know what to begin with, and despite being one of the smallest countries in the world and in Europe, Malta has one of the greatest densities in population due to the great number of foreign citizens moving here. While some of them come here thanks to the many residency program Malta offers, most of them come here to start their own business. Okay, Malta is a magnet for foreign investments. We can call it as a magnet for foreign investments. The number of foreign direct investments, or for FDI, has continuously grown, starting Malta adherence to the European Union, as the country adopted most of the European Union and Council's directives, which provided for foreign companies to benefit from immense advantages when investing in Malta. Malta's geographical location allows trading companies to benefit from access to the Mediterranean Sea and then further to the Africa and the Far East. Companies in the Middle East and Asia have also found a good corridor to Europe from Malta, which is how the small country has quickly become an important trading center for Europe. Among the industries attractive foreign direct investments now are the maritime, the services, the manufacturing and the financial sectors. However, other emerging industries have started to develop during the last few years thanks for the modernization of the legislation, and among these the electronics, IT, pharmaceutical, and gaming industries are currently attracting the largest number of foreign investors. So why, if you ask me why invest in Malta, apart from the legislation which favors foreign investments, Malta has a lot of other attributes which make foreign enterprises choose it over other EU countries. Among these are, it has a skilled and cheap workforce which is also fluent in English and other European languages. The country's excellent infrastructure which links all small islands. The taxation system, which at the moment is one of the most favorable in Europe. The incentives, grants, and exemptions the government offers to those setting up companies here, the economic stability, that's, I would say, one of the advantages. As a European Union and member states since 2004, Malta offers a credible and rapidly expanding financial service center supported by all 20 EU member states. Its entire political, economic, and legal framework helps to attract foreign investments. It has a parliamentary democracy, politically and socially stable. Malta also offers other important advantages when forming and managing international businesses. It offers a flexible, competitive tax regime with effective, very low tax rates. It's a Schengen and Commonwealth member. Low operational costs, highly attractive to overseas personnel. So you name it, there's so much benefits for anyone who wants to do business in Malta, and it offers this stability as well in terms of the political and economical stability. So this actually slide shows the location, and you can see from the slide, Gozo, Malta is in first of all, let me just go through the slide statistic about Malta. Malta is in the central Mediterranean between the Sicily and the North African coast. It's a nation known for historic sites. Population altogether is 436,000. Just under 450,000 people, and it's a fantastic place to live. The important issues affecting international clients' decision, I think we can see the security reasons. It offers, as I said, a stable political system and offers security. Economical stability. It has very good educational. If you are looking for your children to educate, it has most of them speak in English. It offers quality of life. You can have the diversified investment portfolio. We can assist you and ease to do business. We also see many important issues affecting international clients' decision, whether it's the debates or political arguments between countries, Brexit, or the environmental issues. They're all affecting the client's decision to find a good country, stable country, where they can invest, do the business, and which offers stability, whether it's political stability or economical stability. And Malta is among the best countries to retire. Malta is among the world's 40 most competitive countries. Pragmatic and effective financial service regulator, and Fitch rates Malta at A+, which was rated in 2017. So I'm going to talk about the Malta Individual Investor Program, which is called IIP. So this is from our client. I like the idea of becoming European and providing my children the right to travel without hassle and to also live, work, and study anywhere in Europe. The Malta Individual Investor Program launched in 2014. It offers the citizenship to over 35 nationalities. It unlocks the countless possibilities and opportunities, as we've mentioned about the benefits of doing business in Malta. It's the first program of its kind to be approved by the European Commission. It has a straightforward application process. What also attracts about the Malta program: visa-free travel to 168 countries. The main applicant must submit. I mean, if you ask me the time scales or the requirements, the main applicant must submit an application in the prescribed form, and it's subject to very thorough application procedure. So anyone who is above 18 can apply. The contribution for the individual investor program is 650,000 euros. You need to make a contribution. And also you need to make an investment of 150,000 euros plus purchase a property or property of value of 350,000 euros, or you can rent on annual rent of 16,000 euros, and you get your passport. So it's a very quick, it's one of quickest routes to get a passport. An individual investor program of the Republic of Malta Regulations 2014, the IIP, which allows the grant of citizenship in Malta by a certificate of naturalization to foreign individuals and their families who contribute to the economic development of Malta. So you do the contribution to the economic development of Malta of 650,000 euros, and you do the investment, purchase property or rent it, you get your passport. And another benefit of the IIP, Individual Investor Program of Malta, all the below must be economically dependent to the main applicant. So spouse, children aged between 13 and 18, also unmarried children aged between 18 and 27 can join as dependent. Dependent parents and grandparents aged 55 and over can join the family under this program. So that offers another opportunity. For example, unless, I mean, comparing to the UK, you can't bring the parents to under the Tier 1 entrepreneur visa, but in Malta you can actually apply and bring the family parents as well, aged 55 and over. All nationalities except Afghanistan, Chad, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen can apply for IIP program. The Malta Individual Investor Program has we do the government does a due diligence. Due diligence fees are payable for each applicant at the time of the application, and due diligence fees, as you can see on the screen, is 7,500 euros. Spouse, dependent, adult children, and parents, 5,000 euros, and dependent aged under 18, 3,000 euros. And also health insurance, you need to provide evidence of comprehensive global health, which covers of 50,000 euros with a minimum medical expense coverage per person per annum needs to be provided. And IIP requires a contribution and two tier of investment, as I mentioned earlier. So the contribution is a non-refundable to the National Economic and Social Development Fund of Malta. So the main applicant needs to contribute to the National Economic and Social Development Fund of 650,000 euros. Spouse, 25,000 euros. Dependent aged under 18, 25,000 euros. And dependent aged over 18, 50,000 euros. Okay, so commitment to retain a residence in Malta for at least 5 years. You need to have a commitment to retain the residence in Malta for at least 5 years through the purchase of a property for a minimum value of 350,000 euros, or through leasing of a property for which the minimum annual rent must exceed 16,000. So investment of 150,000 in government-approved financial instruments for at least 5 years. These instruments normally take the form of government bonds or approved securities. So in a nutshell, 650,000 euros you do contribution to the National Economic Social Development Fund. Depending on your size of the family, then that can be kind kind of adds up. But again, the second tier of investment is investment in residential of a minimum value of purchase of property of minimum value of 350,000 euros, or rent which must exceed 16,000 euros per year, and an investment of 150,000 in government approved financial instrument for at least 5 years. The Malta individual investor program, I mean, we've mentioned about the due diligence. So the final stages of the program, of the IIP program or individual investor program, evidence supplies that all requirements of the program have been met, including proving residential links with Malta. You do off of allegiance, and naturalization certificate is issued, and you get your passport. So it's a very quick, straightforward, and we can help you to obtain this within 8 to 12 months. Of course, the certificate of naturalization certificate we can obtain quicker, but the actual passport I would estimate between 8 to 12 months. So this is a process for the IIP application process. So the applicant, authorized agents, which is we are. I mean, will handle your case. We, together with our concessionaires, approved agents, we apply for residence, provide all the identity checks in Malta. An application is received and checked for the completeness. Application complete, yes, then client reference number is assigned, acknowledgement of receipt is issued. So you, at this stage, you pay the due diligence fees of 10,000 K, which non-refundable deposit plus bank charges. And up to 120 days, there will be a review, and then government makes a decision. Sometimes the government may delay the decision, so it may request for interview or further information may be required, or it's just a proof. So, and then you will receive letter of approval in principle issued by Identity Malta, a request issued for balance of contribution payment within 25 days, or if it's declined, which is a very rare scenarios, you know, the file is closed. But if it's approved, letter of approval in principle issued by Identity Malta. And then after 4 months, applicants fulfill investment and other citizenship requirements. So within 4 months, I would say, and then 12 months, as I mentioned, residency achieved and evidenced. Then you get the certificates of naturalization issued, and the passport application submitted, and passport is issued. So passport fees are paid. So total duration of the IIP process is 12 months, and within that, when you get decision, you would need to provide the funding, balance of contribution payment within 25 days when government makes a decision or they approved. So the timeline for your case, overall, it takes 12 months for us to obtain you a citizenship, getting a Maltese passport. It's pretty quick, straightforward, and this slide also shows you the timeline. Application for residence permit. Residence permit is issued, and at this stage, 5,000 prospective application fees is paid, plus 1,000 per dependent, and plus residential property and health insurance cover. When you get the IIP application pack submitted and complete, when we submit the IIP application pack and submit and complete, the client reference number is assigned. So you pay the due diligence fees of 5,000, which is non-refundable deposit, plus bank charges of, I would say, 200 euros per applicant. So the due diligence fees, as I mentioned, main applicant, you can see on the screen. And we can send you all these breakdown for the personal consultation. Please book your personal consultation. And when you get the government decision, if letter of approval in principle is issued, Outstanding contribution is to be paid within 25 days. Then the property and investment requirements are to be met within 4 months. So basically, you make a contribution to the government of £650,000 to the National and Social Development Fund and within 25 days, and the property and investment of 150,000 you need to do within that 4 months. Again, we will send you all the breakdown depending on your family. We can tailor, we can send the simulation cost. And after 12 months residence achieved and evidenced, then you receive the passport application, which will be the passport we will submit after getting the naturalization certificate. And passport fees are around £500. Well, sorry, 500 euros per applicant. For the property requirements, acquisition of real estate with a minimum value of 350,000 to be held for at least 5 years, or lease a residential immovable property in Malta for a period of 5 years at annual rent of at least 16,000 euros. So investment requirements and investment in stocks, bonds, or special purpose vehicles to be identified by Identity Malta for a minimum value of 150,000 to be held for a minimum period of 5 years. So that's the citizenship. So and we can assist. We work with, as I said, we work with our approved agents, concessionaires, which are one of the which are the first concessionaires in Malta, and we can assist you, we'll guide you, we'll give you a personal consultation. So please book your, if you're interested to receive more information, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist. So I'm now going to go and quickly run through the Malta Residence and Visa Program, which is called MRVP. The Malta Residence and Visa Program, MRVP, launched in 2015. So it's open to non-EU Maltese or Swiss nationals, except Afghanistan and North Korea nationals. Offers visa-free travel within the Schengen area. Benefits of the Malta Residence Visa Program. So that doesn't offer the citizenship, but it gives you Malta residency. So the benefits is right to reside, settle or stay indefinitely in Malta. So you have a visa-free travel to 26 countries with the Schengen area. The possibility to apply for naturalization after a period of residence in Malta in accordance with the citizenship laws. So you have the possibility to apply for the naturalization after a period of residence in Malta. And the possibility for the main applicant and their spouse, partner to add children born or adopted after the initial application, subject to an additional contribution and successful due diligence checks. It offers the possibility for children of the main applicant who marry to add their spouse, partner, or any direct dependent subject to an additional contribution and successful due diligence checks. It also offers the possible eligibility to tax incentives granted under a separate program entitled the Global Residence Program, and it does not entitle the holder to other rights mentioned in Malta immigration regulations. The individual may not take up employment in Malta unless the proper permit is issued under the immigration regulations. So the Malta Residence Visa Program, the requirements, the application process lists minimum eligibility criteria such as age and nationality, and the documentation to be submitted includes. So you need to submit the affidavit declaring that from the date of application she has either annual income of 100,000 euros arising outside of Malta, or a capital sum of not less than 500,000 euros. That's the requirement. So basically, and then country of origin on Maltese police conduct certificate. So also you need to provide the same as in IIP, health insurance requirements, evidence of European-wide health cover with a minimum of 30,000 euros medical expense coverage per person per annum needs to be provided. So if you meet these requirements, so that's the Malta Residence and Visa Program is perhaps the best for you. And dependents, all the below must be economically dependent on the main applicant, so the spouse, children under the age of 18, unmarried children over 18, dependent parents and grandparents can come and join the main applicant. So the Malta Residence Visa Program, the certificate may be issued by an individual who meets the application requirements. So anyone who's above 18, contribution, you need to make a contribution of 30,000 euros and 5,000 for each parent or grandparent. An investment requirement is only 250,000 euros plus purchase of 320,000 euros of property or annual rent of 12,000 euros, and EU-wide health insurance for the whole family. So the Malta Residence and Visa Program Regulations 2015 provide for the issuance of a certificate deemed to be a residence permit to individuals who satisfy the conditions established, shall entitle the beneficiary and his/her registered dependents to reside, settle, or stay indefinitely in Malta. The Malta Residence Visa Program will require contribution and 2 tiers of investment. Non-refundable contribution of 30,000 to the government of Malta, which covers the main applicant, their spouse or partner, and any children. And parents and grandparents have to pay an additional contribution of 5,000 each. So you can see from the screen, these are requirements. And again, if you feel that the residency's option is good for you, you fulfill the requirements, you can invest, you can purchase a property for a minimum value of 320,000 euros. You can make a contribution, non-refundable contribution to the government of Malta of 30,000 euros, and or rent a property for 12,000 euros per year, and make an investment of 250,000 in a form determined by Identity Malta. So then you will qualify, and just give us a ring or send us inquiry that you're interested, and we'll give you a call and help you and guide you and give you a personal consultation. Our personal consultation, 150 pounds for giving the individual, which is refundable all the way when you go through, and then we'll give you guidance, we'll guide you, we'll help you, we'll assist you from start to finish, and we'll work with you to obtain the citizenship, and throughout the process, we'll guide you throughout the process. So this slide shows you, you can see on the screen what is the procedure. Overall, it takes about 4 months to review from the government and give an approval, letter for approval, principle issued by the Identity of Malta. So an applicant fulfill qualifying property investment obligations, health insurance requirements, and then residence certificate is issued, forms for residence card submitted, and biometrics taken for residence card, and residence cards are issued. So residence cards fees are 27 and 50 pence, 27 euros each year. Okay, so the timeline. As I said, the timeline for the residence MRVP program is quicker. So I would estimate we can help you with most of our clients. We assist you within like 4 up to 6 months, and we can assist you. So this slide shows you the costs, at what stage you would need to invest. So while you could get the approval in principle issued, then you need to do the property investment and health insurance requirements, and the balance of outstanding contribution payable to the contribution to the National Social Development Fund. And initially you do the 5,500 non-refundable deposit, which is administrative fee, and 5,000 for each parent and grandparent. And then when you get the approval in principle issued, you pay the balance, and then you need to complete the property investment requirements of, as I mentioned earlier, of purchasing property for 320,000, which has to be held for at least 5 years, or you can lease the property in Malta for minimum 12,000 euros. and investment requirements in stocks, bonds, or special purpose vehicles to be identified by Identity Malta for a minimum value of 250,000 euros to be held for a minimum period of 5 years. So great. So that's what I wanted to cover today during the presentation. So I'm going to quickly run through the Malta Global Residence Program, which is called GRP. And the Malta Global Residence Program is a special low tax program. So the program grants a Maltese residence permit, allowing permitting visa-free travel to Schengen area countries for up to 90 days per visit. It offers tax residency status in Malta with a flat rate of 15% tax on foreign source income remitted to Malta with a minimum of 15,000 payable per tax year. So possibility of double taxation relief and possibility under certain conditions to pass on the special tax status to one's to your generation. There is no obligation for long-term residence in Malta. So it's a Malta Global Residence Program is more like special low tax program. The applicant must be a third country national, non-Maltese, non-EU, non-EEA or non-Swiss, be in possession of health insurance for themselves and their dependents, have a stable and regular resource at their disposal, pass a fit and proper test, possess a valid travel document, be fluent in one of Malta's official languages, Maltese and English, and hold a qualifying property. So what is the process and fees? So process is 3 months. It's a fast process. You submit the application. We do the due diligence is done by us and by the government, and purchase of rental of qualifying property and health insurance, and you become Malta's tax resident. So it's a non-refundable one-time registration fees of 6,000 euros you need to pay, which is 5,500 in the case of application where the qualifying property is held in Gozo or in south of Malta, payable upon application, and it's 3 months. So minimum purchase value of the property is 275,000 euros or minimum annual rent of 9,600 euros. The applicant must acquire a qualifying property. This is a movable property in Malta, which may be either purchased or rented. The Global Resident Program rule states that the applicant must not become a Maltese and EU or Swiss national, retain holding of the qualifying property, not become a long-term resident, retain health insurance for themselves and their dependents, continue to have stable and regular resources at their disposal, and not stay in any other jurisdictions for more than 183 days in a calendar year. The Global Residence Program rules also require special reporting obligations, being the filling of an annual tax return. So the Global Residence Program rules state that the special tax status may be inherited by dependents or deceased beneficiary who has inherited the qualifying property that was the primary residence of the deceased beneficiary, or rents a qualifying rented property immediately after the demise of the said beneficiary. So no person other than the beneficiary and their dependents may reside in the qualifying property at any time, and the qualifying property may not be let or sublet. So this and anything else or any other information, will be more than happy to assist you, to provide you through the personal consultation. Our personal consultation is we charge £150, so please book your personal consultation. We'll be more than happy to assist you and guide you throughout the stage, assist you with whether you choose the individual investment program, whether you choose the Malta residence program, or you choose the global residence program, or if you're looking for the tax, the beneficial program, we can assist you. So whichever the program suits you, we will find you the solution, and will guide you and will assist you to obtain that with a timescale that I've mentioned during today's presentation. I hope you enjoyed our presentation today. Please feel free to send us your emails, so your inquiries, and please book for the initial consultation. We'll be more than happy to assist, as I said, to to assist you and guide you. We'll send you the simulation cost, and we'll further advise you according to your circumstances and requirements. So thanks again for joining our webinar today and being attentive audience. If you have any questions, as I said, please do contact us, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. So, and at this stage, I just wanted to complete our webinar today, and I'll look forward to receiving further inquiries, and we'll be more than happy to assist. So thanks for joining our webinar today, and speak to you soon, and look forward to working with you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.